Real banger this evening. We spoke to some tall people. We spoke to some short asses. We spoke to a billionaire, believe it or not. We spoke to some people who cried a lot at work. And also, I did a little skit about Hungry Jack's, which is one of my favourite fast food franchises. Enjoy.
How good's a Whopper?
Oh, I love a Whopper. Whopper with cheese? No, you're not a cheese man.
No cheese.
You do a double?
No, I get just a single.
You're playing yourself. Get a double.
I just like the meat to salad and bun ratio of a single.
I like feeling
I love
heavy
it,
after
yeah.
it.
I love Whoppers.
Rebel
Whoppers.
Okay. Yesterday, she talks about how much she loves prosciutto. Today, she loves Whoppers.
Rebel Whoppers.
I hope someone's like cutting this and saving it in a file
I
somewhere.
love Whoppers and prosciutto. Yeah. If someone could make that for us, that'd be great. Scud up. Looking at you, Matt. No, he said no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You ready?
stop what you're doing and listen.
Live across Australia. It's radio. This is Ben, Liam, and Bell on Nova.
Good evening, Australia. I tell you what, we don't endorse gambling on this show, of course, but if you're in the Oz Lotto tonight, $70 million up for grabs, fourth biggest in Australian history.
Well, look, that's very fitting because that's a lot of money and it leads us perfectly into the impossible phoner. Are you a billionaire? Not a millionaire. Losers. We want billionaires. Billionaires who laugh at millionaires and the rest of us. Because I saw this thing today. The number of billionaires in Australia has more than doubled over the last decade. So we do like making things hard for ourselves. This is the impossible phoner. There's 161 billionaires in Australia, and we're hoping to speak to one of them tonight.
I am going to go out on a limb here and say I think this is the hardest one we've ever done because I know we've done Have You Been Struck by Lightning twice?
Yep.
And we got a call for that. But I think, of course, if you've been struck by lightning twice, you're going to call. If you're a billionaire, why would you call a radio station?
Yeah. And I mean, normally for the impossible phoner, we'd say prizes up for grabs. But I feel if you're a billionaire calling in,
That's true.
we will not be
And
giving
look-
you a prize.
Guzmani Gomez is lit, but if you're a billionaire, you can afford your own street corn.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But look, at the top of the list, Gina Reinhart, we know that. I'm just sort of, you can actually look it up. It's got the Forbes list. There's a guy called Scott Farquhar, number 4. Funny name, but I don't know what he does. But Twiggy Forrest coming in at number 5.
Big dog.
Yeah, so if Gina's listening, give us a buzz. 13 24 10.
That'd be
We'd love
decent.
to hear from you.
That'll be decent. Clive Palmer's in there.
Yeah, of course.
18. James Packer. Yeah, a few big names, a few notable names.
13 24 10 is our number. We're doing the impossible phoner. We're going to need your help on this one tonight. Are you a billionaire?
W's in the chat for this pod.
God, this is really disappointing. We got no billionaires. We're doing the impossible phoner this evening. It's supposed to be hard. It is supposed to be hard. We said 13 24 10. Call us if you're a billionaire. And apparently there's 161 in Australia. It's doubled in the last decade. To be fair, a lot of mining in Western Australia. They're behind in the time zone. I'd say most of the billionaires are there. So they'll probably all start calling through a little bit later on. That's what I think.
Now, Liam, I would like to make a suggestion, and I don't want you to spit in my face.
Oh.
Do we lower it to millionaire? I said don't spit. Okay, come on, mate.
Millionaires. Millionaires.
It's a dumb idea. I'm sorry.
What about... Okay.
500 million.
Yeah.
900 million.
Cool. All right. So we've got no calls. It's not a great way to start the show.
Yep.
Not how we like to do things here on the Late Drive program with Ben Lima Bell.
But it is the impossible phoner.
It is. If you're a millionaire, but you're like, there's like a fair few million there, then cool. If you have like 2 million, like whatever.
What? Are we really going to do this? Our
Yeah,
impossible
no, yeah,
phoner
yeah.
is the impossible phoner. We don't just then go, we'll just take the next
Well, yeah,
best thing.
obviously won't be as exciting. No, actually, you're right, Bill. Who cares? I don't want to speak to... No, true. Who wants to speak to a millionaire when the thought in your head was to speak to a billionaire? All I would take is if you know one. Like if your uncle's Twiggy Forrest, cool. That'd be great.
Yeah, family friend.
Family friend, friend of a friend, I don't know.
Look, I'm considering this a fail.
It's a massive fail.
We'll roll the dice one more time. If we don't get any calls, we'll move on.
We'll probably play another song and then we'll just pretend this never happened.
But can we'll keep it open as well. If you do manage to know someone who knows someone, get in touch. We will take.
I
your
reckon
call
there's a
tonight,
bunch
though.
of billionaires around like a board table right now
Yep.
in a volcano or something like that, laughing at us, going as if we're actually going to call.
Are you picturing the Incredibles?
Oh, there's more Thunderbirds.
Okay.
But yeah, I know you're right. There is a volcano scene in The Incredibles as well.
I bet you can't keep a mewing streak for this whole podcast.
We got some calls. Lisa in Brisbane, you work for a billionaire, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa,
Wow.
not a millionaire, a billionaire.
A billionaire.
Oh,
You
that's
look him up.
pretty damn cool. Yeah, and what do they do? What's their name?
Oh, Philip Usher Construction and building, mining, cattle ranching, you name it. He's done it. But he's
Cattle
lovely.
ranching. And have you ever met the person?
Yeah, all the time.
What are they like? They have like a billionaire's aura?
Not at all. They're both down to earth, really approachable, very friendly, quite introverted actually.
Huh.
Do they wear a lot of white linen?
No, not at all.
Really?
Really,
I just thought
yeah,
they wore
honestly,
white linen. Yeah.
Lisa,
Normal.
do you
yeah.
know what their house is like?
Apparently quite humble too, on acreage, but nothing flashy, no mansion or anything. So
Yeah,
Wow.
I like. You hear those stories like your Warren Buffett's or whatever. He's been living in the same house since like 1981. It's like a pretty modest house. Still has like a phone that's like 20 years old.
Warren Buffett goes through Macca's every morning.
I love that. Just someone who still loves nuggets and a thickie in the morning just to get him started. You know,
Well,
he could own all of them. He could buy all the McDonald's if he wanted to.
Thanks, Lisa. Mike in Melbourne. Good evening. Are you a billionaire?
Yeah, I am.
Hang on,
No, you're sorry.
hang on. Sorry, Mike. You're actually a billionaire.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
how do why should we believe you?
So started off as a small family business. I slowly grew that. And then I got into investing and cryptos early. And I guess just opened other businesses from there and everything took off quite well. And the market's held well and yeah.
So, Mike, you're not a millionaire. You're a billionaire.
A billionaire.
You're a
Can I ask-
Can we look you up?
Can-
Can we look you up to just fact check this?
I'd rather not, no.
When
Okay.
did you first buy crypto?
I bought crypto in the early days. So I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013.
I mean, that is,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Pretty
to be fair,
Okay.
yeah. If you were, and then you were just diamond hands and just holding
Yeah.
on to the
the
moon.
Mike, I appreciate you keeping a little privacy about yourself. Do the people around you in your life know this?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Okay,
Okay.
and so
So it's a family-supported business
Yeah.
in the farming side of things. And then, yeah,
Can I ask, Mike, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
So if you bought crypto in 2013, that means you would be
Like 12?
11.
Yeah. So my dad was always into all that stuff, and he thought it would be a good idea to start it. And then after that happened, I dropped out of school as soon as I could and just kept putting in while it
I
was
suppose
low.
we're going to take you. I
Kept
mean,
working on the farm and
yeah. I mean,
you
we
sound legit.
We said like, hey, call us if you're a billionaire, and if a billionaire calls up, we're like, you're not a freaking billionaire. I don't know what can we expect. I mean, Mike, do you wear a lot of white linen?
No, I don't. I don't like
okay.
to show off
Yeah,
the money.
it's
Just
shattered.
be humble about it and live how I like to live my life, and the money is just comes with it, I guess. I love what I do, so
Okay, if you
Yeah.
don't show off, Mike, what kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Lamborghini Urus.
Okay.
Okay, so like not like fully showing off, but like a little bit. And like, and what's
Well,
can
yeah.
you run us
Look,
through the?
I have nice things, but yeah.
Yeah. Can you run us through the pad a little bit? Like, what are we talking here? You got a lift inside, 3 stories, 4 stories. What are we talking here?
Oh, no, we don't have a lift in the house. It's a double story. I like my dirt bikes and collecting, retro cars, stuff like that.
Yeah, I see. So it's more like a compound vibe. That's how I like to see it.
Hey,
yeah.
Mike, before we let you go, for giving us a buzz tonight, did you want 2 tickets to go to the movies?
I'd love that.
I don't think a billionaire
Would a billionaire take us up on some of our humble prizing we have here for our regular, everyday Australian listeners? It is a question we have to ask ourselves. If you
When-
could...
when-
Yeah.
When you've worked and you know the value of the dollar, you take anything you can get.
Yeah, right,
Redeems
mate.
himself.
Even though you could fund Marvel films, that's how much money you have. You could pay Thor himself to piss around in your backyard and make a film just for you, but you will be taking... Okay, I mean, hey,
Mike, look, I have my doubts, mate, but I appreciate
knows?
you calling.
Who knows,
I'm going to say it's a mission success.
I reckon
Yeah.
that's...
All right.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben Liam and Bell podcast.
Hi, it's Will Ferrell here, and this has been Liam and Bell's Pick the Flick, Ma the Meatloaf.
I'm actually going to watch that tonight. I'm in a Step Brothers mood. Thanks, Will Ferrell, for recording that for us.
Not Step Brothers.
Not Step Brothers.
You're right. It's Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
As the host of this game, I would expect you to know that.
That's
but
true.
You brought it back.
That's fair. That's fair. Emma in Sydney. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. We're playing Pick the Flick. You're up against Ben this evening. So you're just buzzing when you know your name. I've got some blurbs of some films here. And I don't know if you saw this, but because Mr. Beast is actually getting his mum to pay for his wedding, and his mum's a ginger, these are films about redheads.
Okay.
So obviously we saw
Cool.
that, where that was going. Yep. Okay, first film. A girl's parents decide to take their daughter out of her natural habitat and throw her in the deep end. She has no idea how to function in the new school, let alone where to sit at
Ben.
lunch. Yep.
Emma.
Oh, I beat you there, Emma.
Oh, yeah.
It's Mean Girls.
It is Mean Girls.
Yes.
It's close, Emma. You need to buzz in a little quicker, though, if you think you
Yeah.
know it. Okay. Beneath this sleepy town, something with terrible dentistry lurks in the plumbing.
Ben.
Yep.
Now, this could be a curly one because there is two of them. I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say it's just the first one. Is it It?
It is It. Holy hell, that was quick. Pennywise, famously ginger. Okay, Emma. Yeah, you're going to need to take this point to stop Ben from steamrolling you. A girl with a serious hoarding problem makes a questionable deal with a strange woman. She immediately regrets it, but can't say a word. At least she can walk now, though. Her circumstances change. Near the ocean. This mermaid can sing.
Oh, Emma.
But yep,
The Little Mermaid.
it is the Little Mermaid. I feel like Ben was being nice there.
Yeah,
maybe.
he was.
Maybe.
Was she a hoarder?
Yeah, she was a hoarder.
Yeah, she collects things.
She collects shells and
that's
stuff.
right.
Bit of a weird nut. Collecting shells. Anyway, okay, here we go. A high school nerd gets an injury that seems to be insignificant, but it will change his life forever. His attempt to make quick cash wrestling leads to the death of a beloved family member.
Ben.
Yep.
Nacho Libre.
It ain't Nacho Libre, pal,
Oh.
which keeps Emma in it. Did you actually think it was Nacho Libre?
It's the only wrestling movie I can think of.
If it's the one I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
how does that link to the theme? Oh, Emma, come on, you got this.
After swinging through the city, doing heroic acts, he finally gets the girl who is Ginger,
Ben.
kissing her
Oh, Emma.
upside down. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Emma, it is Spider-Man. Very good. Okay, that's two apiece. We could get a winner here. Next point wins. A man moves away from London against his father's wishes to pursue his dreams. He meets a rabble of artists trying to create their next big hit, as well as the love of his life, who is Ginger, who will eventually die. A wealthy rival pulls strings, while absinthe-fueled fantasies blur with reality. At their windmill-shaped Parisian nightclub, anything goes.
Emma?
Ben.
Emma got that.
I think Emma got that.
Emma got that.
Is it Moulin Rouge?
It's the Moulin Rouge! You've won Pick the Flick, the Ginger round. Congratulations. You're heading to the movies.
Thanks.
And not just any movies, Emma. Hoyt's Extreme Screen.
Cool.
Wow.
You
Look,
seem...
my husband will love it. I'm
Yeah.
going to be, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. No, I'm so
Green
glad you're so
person,
grateful for it.
you'll
Yeah,
love it.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Emma, if you don't want it, you don't have to take it.
Sick, cool, whatever.
You sounded angry that you won.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved. Oi, Stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
13 24 10. What happened while you were away? If you went on a holiday and came back and something had happened to your house, give us a buzz because there's that incredible story in the news at the moment. I mean, incredible, it is very scary, but everyone's fine. There was the Sydney couple that went away on a holiday, came back to their apartment, and there was just a guy living in it. He had gone through all their drawers. He'd been using their laptop, their TV. He'd been listening to music, watching TV.
How long were they gone for?
It doesn't say anywhere, but it said they went away on a holiday, so possibly a few weeks, and then came back, and he's just totally made himself at home. He also, apparently, there's things like he hadn't flushed the toilet, and there was a few gross things, but he also had, like, apparently he used their wine decanter and bought some flowers and put them in the decanter.
Wow.
And, like, kind of made
Well,
his
you know,
home.
he's probably trying to get rid of the smell.
There's an easy way to do that. But yeah, so unfortunate for them. But yes, he did get arrested and everyone's fine now. For 13 24 10. If you went away on holiday, came back and something had happened, we'd love to hear it.
Could it be just you were at work and something happened?
Sure.
Yeah, because I was at work one time and I came home and my dog had just mutilated a pigeon.
Yeah.
And I have a small dog that I didn't think was capable of such acts, but it was everywhere.
Okay. Well,
Everywhere.
I guess that counts. I was thinking more like
in the house, everywhere.
Now,
in
Belle,
our-
It was buried in my bed.
Belle, I don't want to change your segment on you, but we could do 13, 24, 10. What did you come home to? Do
It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. Let's do that then.
you like that, Liam?
I must admit, Bill, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn
We
good.
had a full discussion
I
before the
know.
show about what we
I
were going
know.
to do.
Just
came
Now
to
you're
me.
changing
It feels like a sneak attack. It feels like Ben and I had a big email chain all day, and we were sort of like planning it, and we're like, yeah, at approximately like
Fine.
6:46. Like,
Look, it's
you,
work-
you
in
mentioned
fact-
that. I'll pretend it's off the cuff.
I wanted to do this on last night's show, and it got pushed to tonight.
Well,
so
look,
here we are.
Clearly, it's resonating with Australia
Yes.
because Emma in Melbourne has called. Emma, what did you come home to?
Hey, my parents went away and we just went to check on the house a couple of days before they got home and they'd been away for over a month and their power tripped. So their fridge and freezer had completely melted. I'm talking dead meat, animal smell. It smelled like a dead body
Oh, yuck.
No,
all through the house.
Yeah.
It's because imagine if the twist was because there was a body in the deep freeze.
Yeah.
And that's how your parents got caught.
Well, look, Belle, you got what you're asked for. So hopefully
Because it was about meat and dead animals. Yeah.
13 24
Okay.
10 is our number. Give us a buzz. What did you come home to? We have got 12 months of KO to give away.
Lynn in Sydney, what did you come home to?
Hi, I came home and my cat had peed down my air conditioning vents in the floor and it's been months and it still stings.
Oh, no, not in the air conditioning vents.
Oh. And then especially if you use that vent as a heater as well and it
God
heats it up a
damn.
little bit.
Ooh.
Little soup for you.
Bad time of the year for it. Nick, what about you? What did you come home to?
Yeah, how you going tonight? Yeah, the wife and I, 3 kids, 5-week holiday over in England. Got home, our niece was looking after the house. After partying or whatever she did, she ended up filling the dishwasher full of dishwashing liquid, which ended up foaming up and ended up
Yep.
flooding all downstairs.
That'd do it.
That was great. 3 kids under 5. Not really happy.
Yeah,
Jan,
no,
with that one.
not happy at all,
Nah,
Jan.
not
Yeah, I
good.
can imagine. Yeah,
Oh, wow. So she basically flooded all of downstairs. That
flooded
sucks, Nick.
downstairs. Yeah, sounds like she threw a foam party. Is what that sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Does.
Peter, what about you? What did you come home to?
Come home from Thailand and my house was broken into. Got the keys, went out to they busted into the garage and pinched my 2011 Carroll Shelby, red with white stripes, registration SH3LLB.
Oh,
Hang
you
on.
still haven't found it, Peter?
That's not found, no.
Oh, that's sad.
Buggers.
What's the car worth?
About $250,000.
Oh,
Peter, what? You said it was a Shelby. What year?
2011, it's only done 2,800 Ks.
Well, I imagine it's done a few burnouts now, unfortunately. Peter, did insurance cover that?
Yeah, was Shannon sponsoring it?
No, not even half.
Oh, man.
That's
The,
Sorry, give
brutal.
me. Now we know the context of what you're saying. So your car was stolen. It's worth $250,000. Can you give me the description of it again?
It's red with white stripes. It's a King Cobra, 500 GT Shelby.
Yeah.
Sounds,
And what was the
sounds
what
like
was
it'd go like the clappers, you know?
Yeah, what was the
Yeah,
Rego, Peter?
SH3LLB Shelby.
Oh, of course. Oh, what a number plate.
Peter, I know it doesn't quite make up for the car, but did you want to go?
2012, so
Yeah.
that's why. And that movie, Need for Speed, that absolutely put the price up too.
Course,
Yeah.
course.
It did.
I'm sure. I think I've seen one of them in Fast and Furious as well. Am I wrong?
I think wherever it'll be hidden and submerged because anybody now that's driving that, because it's the only one in Australia, will be sprung.
Yeah.
We'll get him with the help of the Nova listeners, Peter. There is hope.
Peter, I know that doesn't make up for the car, of course, but did you want 2 tickets to go to Hoyt's Extreme Screen?
Love it. Yeah.
All right, mate. They're all yours. You enjoy. Who are you going to take?
My partner.
Oh, good on you, Peter.
Yeah.
All right, all the best. Hoyt's Extreme Experience, where movies are not just watched, they're made extreme. Take your cinema dreams to the extreme at Hoyt's.
It'd be good if you could go see Fast and Furious 37 or whatever they're up to at the minute.
That's sad.
It is all about family.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. Wait, is Liam that guy from TikTok?
The future is here. Not flying cars, not just yet, but there is a trial of AI speaker boxes for drive-thrus around Australia. So have a listen to this. This is a guy at Hungry Jack's ordering with an AI robot.
I'm Hungry Jack's virtual helper. How can I help you?
That's so cool. Okay, yeah, hi. Can I get a large ultimate double Whopper meal?
Is that with Coke?
Can I please get an orange juice with no ice?
Okay. Please drive through.
That seems scary.
It's a great idea in theory. I suppose then the workers can spend more time, flame grilling and just get, it's just quicker. It's a faster process.
Efficient.
But I went through the drive-through earlier today and I was personally having some issues.
Hello and welcome to Hungry Jack's. My name is Halo. How are you today?
Yeah, good, thanks. Could I just grab a Whopper?
I'm glad you are good.
Yeah, cool. Can I grab that Whopper? Actually, I might go an ultimate double Whopper.
You would like to place a double order for 2 Whoppers.
No, just one double Whopper.
A double Whopper order and 1 Whopper.
No.
Would you like to make it an ultimate triple Whopper?
No. Hang on, is that like 3?
Yes, 3 delicious flame grilled beef patties.
Oh, yeah, go on then. I'll get the ultimate triple.
3 ultimate double Whoppers coming right up.
No. You know what? Scratch that. I'll just get an angry Whopper with cheese.
Did you say peas?
No.
Fleas?
No.
Trees?
Nope.
CDs?
No.
Sneeze?
No.
You want the fry cook to sneeze in your burger?
No, you dumb
Sorry, we don't sell dump truck.
I just want an angry Whopper with cheese.
Why are you angry?
I'm not angry.
Do not use that tone with me.
Just want a burger.
The police are on their way.
No, look, I'll calm down. There's no need to call the coppers.
Ordering 3 cold Whoppers.
Oh, boy.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben, Liam and Bell podcast.
Tinder has added a new feature so you can now see how tall your prospective partner is.
Jeez, if only that was around back in my day, would have surely, roped a few more in with my towering height.
Well, Liam, you and I are both married men.
Yep.
Off the market. Sorry,
Off
ladies.
the market. Sorry, ladies. 2 tall guys married.
I am hoping that, though, for the tall single men, that the slider goes up to 6'6".
Yeah.
I don't know if it just maxes out at like 6'2" and then goes
Probably, around our height, probably maxes out, I'd say.
Okay, so
Max
the
height.
boys are little shorties, and it's sweet.
No.
But there is this weird...
We were looking for shouties back in the day, and and it would have been handy if they knew we were tall before we.
Bless. What is this obsession that guys have with A, just obsessing over being tall, but also B, if you're not, you always have to lie and be like, no, I'm totally
Well, as I said aggressively in a recent Ben Lehman Bell off-air podcast, we are tall, and we're taller than every partner you've ever had. Which I don't know where I pulled that from, but I meant it. And we measured your current partner, and we are We tower over the guy. We tower over him.
Why is
And he's a
there
lovely
this
guy,
obsession?
but we're very much taller than
But that's the thing, guys will open like this new feature on Tinder. Sure,
Mhm.
yeah, it's great because you can look at how tall this person is. But I can tell you right now, the guys will be adding inches onto themselves. They will not be as tall as they say they
I think
are
we've
at
always
all.
been very forthcoming with our height.
You just
I also think, though, Belle, as a lady, you'll be looking at the height.
yeah, no, absolutely. But I wouldn't take that as gospel because, like I said, like I would probably deduct height from that, knowing that guys always add on.
But be honest, as a lady, when you see a guy who's 6'5", like Liam and I,
You just
do you get a little bit weak at the knees?
I have never been weak at the knees around you for any
I'm
reason.
weak at the knees just structurally because I'm such a towering figure. It sort of hurts. I'm carrying I'm top heavy. I've got
yeah,
a
no,
long
you are
torso.
top heavy though.
I'm going to get you those knee braces for your birthday.
Thank you. Do you know what you don't need to get me? Those shoes that they have on the Jetstar flight magazine that make you taller, that some short businnesmen wear.
You literally, the other day, were talking about buying a pair of them because you said
what?
at this event that we're doing, you need to look tall.
I don't remember that.
What I want to do tonight is 13 24 10. Can we guess if you're tall? So you call 13 24 10. We got 12 months worth of KO to give away. This is an amazing prize. Give us a buzz. All you have to do is just call us. The producers will get your height off air, and then we have to guess: are you over 6 foot?
Yeah. Ben and I are far over 6 foot, so we feel like we're in a good position to be able to guess.
not, they're
James in Melbourne, how are you?
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, you sound very confident, and as a tall gent, I'm sure you would be. Let's
that's for you to find out, mate.
let's talk dogs for a second. What size shoe you rocking?
Oh, mate, that'll just give it away.
No, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
We're
We've got
allowed
to ask
whatever-
some sort of question.
We can ask any question we want except for how
Yeah.
tall are you?
Yeah.
I'm a size 10.5.
That's smaller than your sizes, isn't it, guys?
10.5 is pretty respectable.
It's respectable, but we do have big dogs and we are very tall.
No, but you have bigger
Yeah.
feet, but you're not tall.
James,
so I would think
James,
he's not tall.
I would say he's a smidge over 6 foot. James, are you 6 foot?
Gonna lock it in.
I'm 6'2".
Nice.
I knew it. I could hear that 6'2" energy from you. You're confidently clear. You're confidently clear. Tash in Melbourne, hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. Okay. Are you an athlete? Do you play a sport at all?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
When you're in the kitchen, do you sometimes need help to get stuff from the top shelf?
That's just giving it away.
That's the game.
Yeah,
Say again. What's your answer?
yeah, I do.
You do. Okay.
Yeah, look, Tash, you do sound very nice and petite. I think we're gonna lock in under 6 foot.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're right.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Oh, yeah, small.
That's like two. That's like you could have two of you on your shoulders, and that'd be my height.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
In
if you had a
10?
friend your size in one of those long jackets to try and sneak into the cinema, you would look normal walking next to Ben.
Are you saying you're 10 feet?
Guys, we're on a heater here. Archie in Melbourne. We're trying to guess if you're over 6 foot or not. How do you go on planes? Are you comfy?
A little bit squishy on planes.
A little bit
When you're in
squishy?
row 55.
Yeah, I get you. And do you look down on people, like physically, not metaphorically?
Some people, not everyone.
Okay.
Not everyone.
Archie, see, I keep just going off voice, but I feel like the voice is a bit deeper on this one. So I'm thinking tall.
But he could be a little staunch nugget. You know what I mean?
Archie, do you often, can you feel a draft on your ankles?
No, I wear baggy pants, so the ankles they're nice and covered.
I'm leaning. I think I'm under 6.
I reckon you're just under 6, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to lock that in, Archie. Are you under 6 foot?
I am.
No, I mean, you can always tell. You can always tell.
All right, you sneaky shorty, get out of here.
Get out of here, you little leprechaun. Sorry, no. I'm being tallest. I was just blessed with a very long frame.
You weren't.
I can't believe we've got 3 out of 3 right now. We're on a heater.
We're killing this. Tyler in Sydney, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, oh, okay. Very deep voice. You play basketball?
No.
You play footy?
No.
You play any sport?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Maybe because you're so tall, you find it hard to play sports. I don't know. We're trying to work this out.
Tyler, how's your posture? Do you find that you have to be hunching over a lot?
Not really, no.
Do you find it easy to get into relationships?
Yes.
All right. You ever knock your head on a door frame there?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to say Tyler's over 6 foot.
I reckon.
He sounds
I reckon you're over 6 foot, Tyler.
We're locking that in.
I am.
Oh,
Yes!
4 for 4.
Can we go 5 for 5? Laura joins us now in Melbourne. Hello, Laura.
Hi, team.
Has anyone ever called you Big L?
Oh, they could have.
They could have. Okay, all right. Are you familiar with Yao Ming?
No.
Okay.
If you go to a festival...
Oh, I am, yes.
You are, yeah. Okay, and if you were to meet Yao Ming, do you feel like you would meet him at eye level? You don't know who Yao Ming is.
Okay.
No, but you know who he is.
Okay.
Okay.
If you go to a
she's trying to trick us.
I don't know, yeah.
If you go to a festival, can you see the act performing on the stage?
Depends how close I am, yes.
If you're in the middle.
In the middle, sometimes.
Okay. You a netballer? You a basketballer, Laura?
Have been.
Have been. Okay. How'd you go back in the day?
Sorry? How'd I go?
Yeah.
Not bad. Average.
Knew your way around the...
Okay, what position did you play?
Defense.
Oh. She's a tall.
Classic
Are we locking in
person
tall?
thing.
All right, we're locking in
6
tall.
foot is very big. Let's go for it. Yeah, I reckon you're over 6 foot, Laura.
No.
The stage was set. How tall are you?
5'4".
Oh, so small.
Oh.
Stop calling everyone small.
It's the Liam, Ben and Bell podcast. Liam owes me $50 for saying that.
I want to try something at the moment. 13 24 10. Do you have a cry room at work? A room that you or your colleagues just go and have a cry in? Because I was chatting with my friend the other day and she revealed to me like it was just nothing, like it's totally normal. So she is a lawyer, works at a law firm, and she said, oh, well, I just ducked off to the reflective room. And I said, oh, what's the reflective room? And she said, oh, well, it's like where we all go and we lock ourselves in there when we cry. And I was like, well, what does this room have? What does it look like? And she said, well, there's a futon in it. You shut the door and it goes pitch black. They have glow-in-the-dark stars on the roof. And then there's like one of those little occupied or vacant signs on the door that you can lock so it can say occupied.
You can hear the crying though with it.
Yes.
You already know if it's occupied.
But you know if someone's going in there. Yeah, and you know what they're going in there for. And then when they walk out, you know what they've been doing.
Is this a thing? Do workplaces have cry rooms?
Well, then, so I was like, what? And then I asked another friend. She goes, oh, well, yeah, but we call it the hot girl room. And that's at a hospital. And they just go to what they call the hot girl room and they lock themselves in there and have a cry. I thought it was just the toilet cubicle. That's what I used to do. Just go to the toilet cubicle. I thought that was the normal thing. Okay, well, not so much anymore.
What's your cry room here? Every room. You've cried in most rooms, to be fair. To be fair, I've cried in the studio before.
Exactly. So
I turned the studio into the cry room one time. Yeah.
One? Yeah.
One?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you take the cake for tears, pal.
Oh, totally. And I have no shame, and I don't want to shame anyone that calls up. 13,
I would love to see
10.
Ben cry. I'd pay good money to see that. In fact, if you ever start crying, live stream it. I just want to be like, oh my God, he's real. He can.
Izzy in Sydney, where do you work and what's your cry room?
I work in a laboratory, but no matter where I've worked, it's always been the same place, which is a cold room, like a walk-in fridge. And what we call it here is the chill zone, because you go in there, you let it all out, and you sort of calm down, you chill out, and then you walk out and you're better.
Brutal that your tears are freezing as they're coming off of you.
I was thinking the opposite because, after you've been crying, you should put like a cold washer on your face.
Your face gets less puffy, I suppose, if you're in the cry room.
Exactly. You can cry, no one will know.
Tanya joins us now. Where do you work and where's your cry room?
I work for a government organisation and we have a prayer room. And so we don't go to pray, we go to cry.
Yeah, and it's a form of prayer, I suppose.
Well, yeah, if you're going into the prayer room to feel some sort of rejuvenation or cleansing,
Bit of a release.
then yeah, crying, that's the same thing.
Tanya, do you ever find yourself crying next to someone praying?
No, thankfully not.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
keep
on you.
it down over there. Hi, Heavenly Father.
Jess in Sydney, good evening. Now, where do you work and what's your cry room?
I'm an office worker, and we have one of those exactly as you described crying rooms. But there are so many unhappy people that the next door over is actually into the stairwell, and I've run into so many other people also crying in the stairwell.
Oh, God.
Wow.
So there's overflow from the cry room. They're like, hey, this
That's
cry room's
right.
taken. Can you go cry in the stairwell, please?
Yeah.
So, Jess, I was describing my friend's one as it was like dark. You could put an occupied sign on. There was like a futon and some glow-in-the-dark stars. So what's yours like exactly?
It's pretty much exactly that, but they also have like a mountain of tissues in the cupboard. So it feels pretty designated for
Are you
crying.
sure everyone's crying in there?
Oh, Liam. Don't.
Joe, that's your third time in the cry room today. What is it? Are you having troubles at home? What
You
is
better
going
not go on the stairwell with those.
Right. Hey.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.